Why is the E pulsing? Oh, okay. Well, let's roll with it. Examine miscellaneous object.
Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things.
What?
Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
There's a name too.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
They probably belong to the victims.
Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here?
You didn't put two and two together, Paimon? Where did you think the girls were going?
And then they were turned into water, and all the boxes of things. These names.
Why wouldn't you get rid of them?
That means... Oh, this is terrible.
Why wouldn't you dispose of the evidence? Burn it. Bury it. Do something. Why would you just leave the evidence? You discovered objects within the containers, labeled with the names of those who owned them within the depths of the HQ. Wait, who put the names in them, by the way? Who names their own shit? That's weird. I can understand, like, putting names on your kid's Tupperware when it goes to school so you don't lose their lunch boxes, but you don't put names on, like, your hair ribbon or the back of your shirt. The names here must have something to do with the victims in the serial disappearances case. This might be proof that this was their final stop. You know, if we were smart, we would have already obtained a list of all the disappearing females. We're not smart. Let's be methodical about this.
Whoa! There's so much synth here!
It's pretty.
And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea.
There are so many.
Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled.
Is it handwritten?
Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth?
That doesn't surprise me. Well, that definitely proves that this is where they produce synth.
Yep, it's super obvious.
Synth, a popular potion circulating quite widely. It gives the drinker a very pleasant experience for a short time, but its side effects are equally strong. The producer uses these special characteristics to earn a massive profit from its trade. And there was something else here? Here.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
I called it. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. I think what they're saying is that they're not dissolving. I mean, they are, clearly, but like the intent is that they're not supposed to dissolve. I'm wondering if perhaps it's supposed to be like a portal to the primordial sea. That's what I'm getting from this right now, but that could be wrong. That's just the wording makes me wonder if it's a portal through and then they're supposed to come back up, i.e. resurface from the water. But anyway, that still goes back to my theory if they're supposed to re-solidify or whatever. They're supposed to be able to come back from this is what my theory was, and this seems to back it up. Calm down, Paimon. Jesus, they're dead. Get over it.
Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before. How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone?
Because they're a researcher? Well, what do you want from them?
You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
Great, I will. You bother me. The goal of the researcher is to save his lover, a woman called Vinier, who was dissolved. Oh. So this is Vorshay's research. And what happened to him?
So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
There's another name here, Vorchay.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
No, he's a researcher.
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
Yes, he signed up in a bunch of experiment reports. The voice I probably heard from the fountain... Sorry, the voice I heard from the fountain was probably Vinier.
So that's it! Vacher was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
There must be more to this than meets the eye.
In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Experiment number... Yeah. There may more records like this. Well, this would be primordial water, would it not? No? Yes. Examine the pool.
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water!
That must be water from the primordial sea.
That means this is where they make all the synth! And that special water is the main ingredient! If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human!
Or turn it into an oceanid?
Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Primordial seawater pool. The pool found within the HQ is filled with water from the primordial sea. The mastermind can use it to create synth and directly use it to dissolve people.
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
It's probably related to his and Jacques' case.
Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it.
We still don't have another person, though. Unless we're saying that Marcel changed his name from Vacher. Possible. We don't have the connection to Marcel.
This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Yes. Is there anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
But no names. They plan this well in advance.
They're all just so evil.
But we still don't have our
We've
key
looked at almost
pieces of
everything
evidence.
here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But
Who really is this Vacher? And who else is working with him? Because there's more than one person.
yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Clever, but maybe not clever enough. Let's look again.
Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Time's a ticking. Look for clues related to Vacher.
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
After some time.
Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
In the belongings of people from the last 20 years? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Paimon, I found it.
Whoa, really?
I don't know.
What Paimon see?
News to me. A diary?
Vinier. Isn't that Vacher's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
Take a look at this page. She made a list of baby names. I can't read that.
So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them?
Can we look up what the actual name is that's
The
circled?
final name she decided on was Marcel. Wait,
There we
wait,
go.
Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vacher and Vinier's grown son?
I don't think enough time's passed for that. It's only been 20 years. I figured it out. Let's go, Paimon. Are we going to look for more evidence?
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
After obtaining the final piece of key evidence, you race back to the Opera Epiclese.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard
It's a
of.
strange reaction. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
Your rules suck, alright? Okay, I get the rules of a court, but this court in particular sucks.
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Thank you, Farina. You say you've never heard of Vacher. Yet. Book. Wait, what? No, that. Yeah. Wait, but that doesn't tie him to it.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vacher.
I'm speaking? What is this shit?
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Venier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vacher.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
For our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Oh god, he's unhinged. Bro, you're not supposed to admit to it.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay
Confession.
attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes?
Can I ask how it happened? Were you already tampering with the primordial sea water for your synth, or how did it happen?
No one helped me. No one even believed me.
How'd you end up at the fountain?
All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you?
She's still alive, by the way.
Well, it's
Joke's
too
on you.
late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever.
She's really not.
You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Venier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow.
Is he gonna turn himself into water?
But I'm not from this blasted place.
Oh shit,
So
that's
I
right.
can't be
He's Desmayan.
No matter what I do.
Oh wow, that's karma. Told you. Told you. The eye animation, the crying. Oh, so he's just gonna drink synth?
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
It's interesting that his first approach was to kill himself to be with her. And then the second approach is to try and bring her back. Wouldn't you do that in the reverse order? Wouldn't you try to bring her back before you decide to kill yourself to join her?
I did all of that. And in the end, That accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vignere. I promise. We made a promise.
Hello? Can you please arrest him? Don't listen to the crazy man. Go arrest him.
Vignere. Vignere.
Are we ever gonna tell him that she's still alive?
Please, Vignere. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
She's still alive.
At this point,
Hello?
the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
Novelette proceeds to review and compile all the evidence and records.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vache, and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignere.
I guess we're just never gonna tell him that she's negotiated in the fountain.
During an underwater expedition,
Here we
Vignere
go.
accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea, and was dissolved in front of Vache as a result.
Oh, so they found the base and that source of water. Ah, okay. And the fountain's connected to the primordial sea, and that's how she's in the fountain? Okay.
Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others, and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel, and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula.
This is all well and good, but I feel like he should have had more people on his team, on his side, helping him do all these things. Because how did he get all the Gardamex? How did he keep them and store them? How did he get them to where he needed to get them to go? This seems like more than just one person could, in manufacturing enough synth for the population. This really feels like the scope is too big for just one man, and I would have preferred if his entire organization was in on it. It feels hollow that it's not.
After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court.
It also feels really hollow that it's just one dude. This whole thing of the serial disappearances, the setting up of Linny, this whole thing, it's all just one dude. It's kind of disappointing.
Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
It's kind of anticlimactic.
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vache.
Gotta get their animations worth.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vache is guilty.
Guards! Take Vache away.
Good.
Can we
It's
tell
what he
him?
deserves.
Oh my god, is someone ever gonna tell this man that she's fucking alive? When are we gonna do it?
With that, the serial disappearances case is over
I feel like
now.
we've missed the right timing for it to have had the most emotional impact on him. Waiting until it's all over and done with just kind of lacks the oomph I'm seeking from this.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people, and now he's finally getting
Octavia.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yay, money for the Spila? Shit, what was your place called again? Spila de Rasula? Ugh.
Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending.
Hold up, Tartaglia. How the hell did you get roped into all of this? How were you falsely accused? What have you been doing?
Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Back here.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Hold on. Is the Oratrice gonna rule him as guilty still? And how? And why? Because this is an interesting show that they're putting on right now. So I have to believe that he's not going to be ruled as innocent. So what was he doing that the Oratrice is going to deem him as guilty, even though he's not related to the charges? Guilty of what?
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Gonna do the animation again? See? See?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
Told you. But the question is why? He's not guilty of these charges.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Is the Oratrice connected to the hydro water by any chance?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
Oh, come now.
Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
Right? I think it might have.
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
Child has been declared guilty by the Oratrice. Just what is going on here?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court.
Maybe you need to change your law.
We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
He's not gonna fight, is he? You don't have your vision! Oh, but he has
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine.
He has the,
What a joke.
delusion.
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
But aren't you still feeling iffy because of the hydro? Even if you don't have your vision? Is he gonna go on the run? And now I've got to prove that he's innocent? Though I still don't know what he's been guilty of. You really shouldn't rely on the delusion, sir.
He's activating his spell legacy!
Ooh! What did Neverlet just do? And how is he powerful enough to...
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
I mean, complete boss move, but how did he... Oh, his face. How did he stand against him? How is he that strong? Is he really a dragon?
Hey, Monsieur Neuvillette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court.
And I'm still thinking that you might need to remedy that.
All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Who's more knowledgeable? Oh, the Archon. But she's not going to know either, because she seemed super surprised. I don't think she's going to be able to tell us. Question. I know if I just follow through this and get to the end of the quest, I'll actually find the answer that I'm seeking. But is there part 3 to the Archon quest here? Do we get the Tartaglia arc, or is that going to be in the next update? Because I'm intrigued to just keep going, find out more. But I'm worried that this is the end of the content. If even the Chief Justice doesn't know, then we have no choice but to ask the Archon herself.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
Why is she getting a bit
She says she
flustered?
has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Did she not create the Oratrice?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap?
Oh, she's doing it again. She's doubling down. Oh, honey, you're gonna look real stupid once I prove you wrong.
Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment!
Well, I'm starting to think maybe your Oratrice needs some servicing.
If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence.
Excuse me, Farina, but the Oratrice has not been exposed to any information regarding proof that Tartaglia was part of the case. There's been no proof offered that he has been connected to it in front of the Oratrice. So how could the Oratrice secretly know the truth that he's involved in it? Like, it makes no sense.
Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable!
You're doing it again.
All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
Oh, shut up you. Is this a plot on the Fatui's side? Bit rough, incriminating one of your own harbingers and not telling him about it. But to insinuate or to somehow get the Oratrice to blame Tartaglia, then later prove him innocent and demand her gnosis as recompense? Nah, that's too involved. I take that back.
Now, having said that, Although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
You should never put stock into anything she says.
She probably just put on that performance to save face.
Did so terribly.
As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Way to pull the rug out from under her.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Can I speak to him when he regains consciousness? He probably needs to see a friendly face.
All right.
I'm not giving him his
Even
vision back,
we feel
though.
pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now.
But we still need to find out what's up with the hydro part. We need another hydro vision user.
After all,
Wait, that's you.
He's done plenty of bad stuff.
Technically, but
So
not.
he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Yeah, but not for something he didn't do. At least arrest him for something he has done. Tragedy repeats itself. Excuse me. Leave the opera house. But Novelet.
Oh, Monsieur Nervalet! That power you showed when you took him down. Who are you really?
A very good question.
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
Yeah, but you were able to just in one swift move debilitate a harbinger under the full influence of his delusion. That's no mean feat. I'm just not going to follow that up. Okay. Is Navi still here? No.